We are live. That's right, folks. We are live and we are kicking off another show, another live stream, another watch along, watch party. Call it what you want, but it's going to be a good night. Happy hump day out there to everybody. Wednesday's now in the books. Friday, Junior. Friday on the horizon. The weekend is upon us. A big weekend up ahead. So, folks, thank you for being here tonight. As always, like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We have a couple hours of dynamite coverage. Again, we got a special guest host joining us tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to run through a stacked card, 4 championships, a championship eliminator, a bunch to talk about. Are certain people back? Tony said we're in for big surprises. We'll find out, folks. Lots ahead, lots to get into. Let's go. Whoa, hit the wrong button. Ready? Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live, folks. We are back at it again. As always, we already got action going on in the ring. I'll interrupt myself. Jay Lethal and Darby have already kicked this show off, so we're wasting no time here on Aew Dynamite tonight. Once again, thank you for being here, folks. I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, the man that just keeps showing up night in and night out and won't go home, no matter what they tell him. But that being said, folks, I will not be alone on the stream tonight. We will have a co-host joining us momentarily. And we are rolling through a couple hours of AEW Dynamite tonight. Obviously, lots of big stories, lots of news in AEW. Tony Khan comes out this afternoon and says, you know, big surprises could be in store. There's a lot to talk about, folks. And right now, Jay Lethal just drills Darby Allin. So, folks, let's get started quick. Before I get to the chat, drop your predictions for this match. Jay Lethal, Darby Allin. Who do you got? Oh, nice. Oh, tried. Looked a little awkward, but we're good. We're starting. Here we go. Tony Khan says he has a big surprise. Yes, he does, Damien. Or at least that's what he says. So, I hope you're doing well, Damien. I hope you're having a good day. I think Chris Hero. I think it's Jerry Lynn. I do. It looks like it is CM Punk. I don't know. Hold on tight on that one, Dro. We'll come back. I hope you're doing well, Dro, by the way. Victor, you're in. We've let you in, buddy. Welcome to the show. Welcome back. Thomas, let's go. It's good to see you again. Thank you for being here. JV, always a pleasure, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Everything's good, buddy. Everything's good. Big shout out to Big Nick, CJ. Everything's good in the family. I hope everything's well out there. We're getting more wrestling. Tonight is setting up to be a really solid night of Dynamite. So I'm curious about a lot of things as far as what we're going to see. But yeah, obviously, one of the things we're going to get is Mr. Billy Gunn. And it's a big birthday bash for the big sir. But right now, we're already in the heat of battle. Of course, Jay Lethal has Satnam Singh and wait, ooh, just popped his knee on the outside of the rope. They were both on the apron, and then we get a belly to back, folks. What? Yes. What? How you doing? Dale's got Darby. How you doing, Darby? How you doing, Dale? Good pick on Darby. I got Darby as well tonight, folks. Boss Monster, good to see you. I don't know what you're about already, sir. Why? Maybe that. Big night for AEW. Yeah, it's actually setting up. Now, I'm into the first picture-in-picture. So if you're just tuning in, if you're new here, folks, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. And like I said, I am KJ. I will be joined by Mr. Big Rig of the GWO again. It'll be a pleasure to have him back on. And like I said, big shout out. And don't forget, I didn't even mention earlier, I feel bad now, Miss Ashley Rose. Big shout out to Miss Ashley as well, the newest member of the Wrestling for Life Network. So, again, we're getting your predictions. If you haven't put a prediction in the box yet, let us know who you got for the W tonight. Darby Allin, Jay Lethal, Boss Monster getting some love. Jay Lethal, just because I know him. There you go, JV. Like on a personal level. Darby for the win. DeMarcus, welcome back. Welcome back. My prediction is low key is Punk's opponent. First ROH champ. Is Punk's opponent. What do you mean Punk's opponent? But yeah, low key's a good show. No, I think Jericho's going to fight Jerry Lynn. I don't know why. I just do. Remember, he tombstoned him a couple weeks ago. One of the worst tombstones I've ever seen. Darby Allin for the win. Damian, all right. Floyd, good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well tonight. AEW didn't say a world champion. They said champion. So my guess is Punk's former tag champion partner. Some people have surmised that it could be Cabana. Could you imagine? I think it'd be kind of funny. I can't even hate on it too bad. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't care for the match so much. But if it was Cabana, there'd be a bit of a pop. Everybody knows why that's funny. What else we got? The 7-foot scarecrow. All right, JV. The 7-foot scarecrow. He hasn't done much other than be pretty much a scarecrow at this point. And of course, earlier I paused, but Sanjay Dutt is out there as well. Of course, the little crew. All right. Still in picture on my end, folks. But how do you feel on Bray's new theme? At first, I didn't know if I liked it. Jeez, Bray's tripping me out now. But it's one of my favorites. Can't wait to sing his theme. Rocco, welcome back to the stream, buddy. Thank you for being here again tonight. I like it. I do. I'm glad it's something new. I'm glad it's something different. Yeah, I got no complaints with the new song. I know some people didn't love it at first. I think they were expecting something a little more maybe heavier, but I like the piano. I like how they get into the entrance, into the song. Yeah, I'm a fan. Maybe I'm a little biased because I'm a bit of a Bray Wyatt mark at this point, but yeah, it could go. I like it a lot. What's up, Hassan? How you doing tonight? Welcome back to the stream. Floyd's got Darby. What you got? Yes, he was the one of my trainer along with Savio Vega. There you go. JV. There you go. Two very good trainers. Lethal on the top rope. Oh. Darby into the crucifix with a 2 count. Never fear. Larry's here. Larry. How are you doing tonight? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the show. Oh, Darby with the choke. Raleigh Sport. Welcome back. Who I got? Bro versus Jericho. I like Chris Hero as a show. That's not a bad one. Who else was I thinking? I thought Jerry Lynn was a possibility. Who else was I considering here? I made a note. Where was it? I mean, it's not. What about Kyle O'Reilly? Is he close enough to returning, or is his neck bad? Thought maybe that would be a surprise pop. I don't think it'll be low key. I don't think it'll be homicide. So, you know what? Who would be an interesting? Yeah, I think it's Jerry Lynn. I'm sticking to Jerry Lynn. Maybe it's Davey Richards. Nah. I want Darby to win, but it looks like 3-on-1. While it's usually an outnumbered situation, it doesn't mean Darby's not going to win. I'll put my money on Darby for now. But yeah, good point, Victor. He's in tough. And right now, Jay's out on the floor. Darby is, I have a feeling we're going to get a tope. Satnam Singh says, no way to the tope. Swats that man out of the air. What up, Resident Evil? Good to see you. Welcome back. Stephanie McMahon says hi, by the way. I've heard Chris Hero's name to face Jericho. Yeah, I mean, I heard a couple people report that. Get out of here. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. That's interesting for sure. I don't know what kind of match we are going to get out of Hero and Jericho, to be honest. Now, fans out there, you can jump in the chat and let me know. What do you think? Would that be? Are you excited about? Oh, Sting! Wait, what? Oh no, it's not Sting. Somebody in a hood and a leather coat. Just wow. Lethal injection. But for those who can't see the show, Darby was jumped by a gentleman in a hood and a mask and a leather jacket. Now, the commentators are asking if it's Sting. I highly doubt it, but it'd be cool if it was. It's not Sting. It's not Sting. It's probably fucking Ethan Page. Oh, no. They're holding the ring open, so they knew he was coming. Whoa, okay. Who do we got? Who do we got? No. Wait, what the fudge? Cole Carter. Fake Sting is Cole Carter. Are they friends? Oh, now we get Sting. Sting! All right. All right. So Cole Carter. Oh, thumbs up.
You're about to see it. Woo! It's Jeff Jarrett. Double J.
Oh, he's come. Oh, shut the front door.
It's Double J. That's why I was like, put me on.
I had just seen your arms. I'm like, oh shit.
What?
Now, a lot of people had talked about, Tony bringing Jeff in. Interesting. Maybe the man's listening, Big Rig.
I don't know, unless he's going to book himself to win for the next 4 years.
What? The Last Outlaw. So Cole Carter and Jeff Jarrett have kind of joined forces with Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt.
Yeah, at first I was like, the Cole Carter reveal, I was like, really? Like,
Yeah,
he was with,
man.
I think he was with the Factory. He was with QT's group. And I was like, really? That's your big reveal? And then I'm okay. So this is what it was, swerving us a little bit.
Right. Now, before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one, the only Mr. Big Rig from DWO joining us. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here. This is interesting.
What is happening? Now, Larry, we're going to have to talk about this comment because, oh no, not that one. That one's an okay one.
What's up,
Jeff?
Never liked Double J.
I liked Jarrett, especially around like the whole Slapnuts era was good for him. I thought, when he kind of rose, we kind of had a bit of his heater. He was such a good heel when he stopped.
I mean, he's gone so, like, just he's the top of the wrestling world. He's irrelevant. He's top, just.
Who saw this coming?
I just love the fact that
You still suck, by the way.
he said slap nuts. He said you could choke on that slap nuts.
I love it. I love it.
That's amazing.
Darby is dead, by the way.
Yeah, Darby's just been laying there for like a solid minute and a half.
They could have at least rolled him out.
Like
what?
That okay, so this is why I love professional wrestling in 2022.
Yes.
Because that man, Jeff Jarrett,
yes,
was a special guest referee at SummerSlam.
True story.
Has had a feud in GCW with Effie, I believe it was.
Yes, he did.
For a long time. And now he is in AEW. Like, just give me it all.
He was,
you know what I mean?
He was a part of Ric Flair's last match.
And he was
right?
Ric Flair's last match. Like, give me all this, people can go different places. I love it. I'm all about it.
Well, I think that's the thing. Like, when then, you see a tweet come out saying, expect surprises. Not one person was like, I bet it's Jeff Jarrett.
Never one, right? Not one person would have said Jeff Jarrett.
So we're getting and everyone's talking about Jericho's potential opponent, and nobody's even thinking. And out of nowhere, Jeff Jarrett unloads a guitar shot on Darby Allin. Right. That's a hard promo on the entire locker room. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what he's gonna do.
Holy double J, the fans are reacting the same way. What's up, Timothy? Hope you're doing well.
What's going on?
Piper Raquel. What's up, Anna? How you doing? Oh boy, the GCW invasion. There you go. I think your background's a bit loud, sir.
Sorry. How's that?
Getting there. That's pretty good.
I mean, I'm basically just muted at this point.
You probably go up a little more than that.
No, I can't. I can't hear it if it's down. My TV's all the way across the room, so I'll get a better setup eventually.
Double J, God, he's been everywhere. Yeah, look, to your point, Big Ray, it's crazy.
It's wild, man. Did he do any? I feel like he did something with Impact this year. Maybe not. Is he not on good terms with Impact?
I don't believe so. I don't think he's gone back there in a minute. And I'm trying to think. I don't believe so. I don't think he's been near there for a second. So, yeah, I mean, he's had a crazy 2022, and I mean, we've seen a lot of surprise people popping up in places we didn't expect them to. I mean, even this week, people are talking about Shinsuke going to, be lent out by the WWE, so to speak.
I love that. That's awesome.
Like, how cool is that?
Oh, they're showing Elite video package. Oh, they're deleting. Okay, more of Elite getting deleted.
Well, it's no White Rabbit, but I guess they're trying to hype it up somehow.
Hey, they're doing something, make it interesting, I guess. So I don't think Elite are coming back tonight.
Maybe not.
That might be a Full Gear return at this point.
You think they'll stretch it out and make us wait that right to the pay-per-view?
Probably.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like what do we got here? It is looking at the date. Let's So it's the 2nd, and the pay-per-view is what? 1, 2. So 2.5 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So they got 2 shows left before the pay-per-view after this one. Yeah, I mean, I would say so because you either bring them out now and try to build a feud in 3 weeks with Death Triangle, or Death Triangle defends against somebody at Full Gear, and then you bring them out there.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I mean, with only 2.5 weeks out from Full Gear, yeah, you might be right. Just hold off just a couple seconds. Keep giving everybody the teasers. Keep everybody talking about it, debating on who is right, who is wrong. So fun times. But yeah, no, that's probably the most reasonable way to go about this.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I've seen dumber things happen, so who knows? Don't take me at my word or anything, but that's the way I see it.
Right. I'm still in shock about Jeff Jarrett.
I am too. TK bought ROH.
Yes.
VHS.
I like Jeff Jarrett. Good show. I like Jeff Jarrett.
KJ, they're giving the commercial that was just on. It was for the Land of Your People. It was a Levi's commercial talking about Canadian tuxedos.
Nice.
And hyping up their jeans.
I dig it. I'm sorry, K White. I'm a curse. I got to chill from the end of WCW.
Yeah.
Right? That's what Nick keeps saying. It's like WCW vibes over and over, right?
God. That'd be amazing getting Nick's take on that. Oh, my God. It's happening all over again. Yeah, you should have heard me and him talking earlier today. I was going down the freaking rabbit hole, man.
Yeah.
Talking about who's coming back as ROH champion against Jericho.
Why? Who do you got in that dynamic?
Dude, I have my money would be on like a Davey Richards or an Eddie Edwards or something like that. Somebody that's easily fodder for Jericho. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what AEW's relationship with Impact is right now, but
it seems hit and miss. But every once in a while they surprise us.
Right. Here Mox match already. Here we go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm assuming Jericho's probably gonna be main event.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, which
will make Nick supremely happy. Again. What?
No, it's crazy. This man, what would that make it? What, 4 to 5 weeks or something like that? It's insane. Here comes Moxley. I really want Regal to turn on Moxley. Shock the world.
Who?
I want Regal to turn on Moxley.
Oh, I do too. I'm hoping that the MJF thing is MJF and Regal working together this whole time, and Regal hits Mox with some brass knucks at Full Gear or something. And
absolutely. No, I like that. And then I think he gives MJF the opportunity to go, well, I didn't do anything. He did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I played it by the book. Sorry that Regal got a little involved, but
yeah. And it doesn't have to be, because like Regal had to come in as a babyface. Everybody loves William Regal, especially from NXT general manager days. But he was pretty much a heel his entire career. So that is by far what he's best at. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Make him snooty, make him snotty again. He's excellent.
Let's make him start throwing digs at Excalibur. Right? It would be amazing.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I did not expect that tonight either. Will Raleigh Sport. I'm going to call you Raleigh. How about that? Yeah, I did not expect that. Like I saw the hat and I was like, Sting doesn't have his face paint on, and then I like my eyes got real big. I was like, it's Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
That's
because the assumption was, oh look, Sting sliding in the back door. Okay, here we go.
Right.
Pause. But I mean, absolutely thought like, oh shit, here we go. But nope. Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, Ethan Page on commentary for this one. I'm sure that's amazing.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes, actually.
That dude's such a good, just everything. Like, I really hope he gets a push.
Yeah, I think he's underrated at this point, and I believe that in that realm of being a pro wrestler, he's got the look, he's got the attitude. I think he's a great heel, or has the opportunity to be a great heel, Big Rig.
And I mean, he could do either. He could be a great babyface too if you really wanted him to be, you know. And like I think the thing that hurt him was that they had him and Scorpio Sky with Dan Lambert forever.
Yeah.
And it's like these are two guys that don't need anybody to talk for them. So like why?
Yeah.
Like if you want to bring Dan Lambert in, put him with somebody that can't get on a microphone, you know?
Yeah, and that just went on forever, and then it got convoluted with the Sammy shit. And then Sammy and Tay ended up the heels, and Tony or whoever decided we're just going to ride it out. We don't care. Mm-hmm. And it got real confusing.
Well, that was kind of organically because they were just a-holes online to everybody, and it was just like, well, nobody likes them, so
right.
Which, I mean, to be fair, they are a very unlikable couple.
Oh, they're great. I think they're really solid young heels.
Yeah. I mean, there was a while there that you should have Moriarty kicking out of the Death Rider. Although I don't really know if we'd call it a Death Rider, but it looked like one. I don't know. It's different every time. Like that's my favorite part about his double underhook DDT, the Death Rider, or whatever you want to call it. Right. Like sometimes it looks like a suplex, sometimes it looks like a DDT, sometimes it just looks like he plants them on their face, you know?
Yeah. I liked when it was just like a quick pop, like the DDT with the hook, right? So you grab that hook and just kind of hit the mat as fast as possible.
Almost like Gangrel's, like the Impaler, just real, you know, it was real quick.
But I don't know. Like over a little while here, he all of a sudden started, he added in like the lift, and you're like, okay. And then it just turned into kind of a lazy suplex. And at times it looked like, wait, that can't end the match. Yeah. You were just hitting each other with chairs.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he's incorporated like, ooh, that was a good move. I'm glad he's incorporated like the Bulldog choke and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, into his what can finish matches. It's not just the Death Rider. Which that's what I was loving about Danielson when he first came in, was he was finishing every match was a different lock, move, whatever, you want to call it. And I'm like, that's awesome. It shouldn't be the same move every time. Do something different. Just be like, I can put these guys away a million different ways, you know?
Yep. No, I like that aspect as well. And I'd like to see a little more of that out of Brian coming up here at some point. But I will remind everybody, we are in picture-in-picture right now. If you haven't made your prediction for this match, we got Lee up against Moxley. I'm guessing we both have Mox.
Right. I mean, it's not even for the title. It's an eliminator match, but I still don't. I mean, there were other people that were bigger than him that had eliminator matches that lost. So I don't.
Yeah, I don't see this being a threat tonight at all.
No. But I don't know. Jeff Jarrett just came into AEW, so apparently the Pope's not Catholic anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
World's upside down a little bit.
Well, that's it. I mean, we've seen it before in the 90s and such. I mean, when you do have two companies that are trying to compete with each other, you're going to get stuff like this because like, what else can we do to make a splash?
No, like the Brian Pillman thing back in the 90s and, Jericho going over and Rick Rude being on both shows in the same night, so good.
The good old days. Did Jared come out in a hat or just in his
both?
Both. Drop some slaps on us.
Yeah, that was his outro. Chew on that, slap nuts. Double J. That's amazing.
I
guarantee you, my friend Ken has just popped so hard at that if he was watching this tonight, which I'm sure he was. He was a huge Double J fan. Moriarty just giving it to Mox.
Yeah, in complete control through this whole commercial break. Crazy. Do y'all remember the closing years of WCW? Jeff was running amok
Oh, yeah.
in WCW. Yeah, things kind of went to shit. And I don't even really know who to blame with all that disaster. I think everybody had a little piece of that pie.
Well, and then Jeff Jarrett went to Impact and booked the entire company around himself. So he doesn't have the greatest history in the world.
Yeah. Impact didn't go so well either. So
right.
Let's see. Well, this could be good for AEW, or it could be the demise.
I don't know. Maybe he's matured and wizened in his elder years, and he no longer wants to do that. But you never know. I mean, he beat Effie like 1,500 times too. So,
right.
I'm surprised he didn't beat Rick in his last match.
I think we joked about that as well.
Really?
Well, I think because Nick thought Flair was going to end up in an ambulance, but that's a different story. Wee woo. But I think because it was the possibility of maybe Flair goes out on his back. It was like,
Ric Flair going out on his back? Okay.
Right.
But yeah, it's Double J.
All right. So
Raleigh,
sorry, go ahead.
Buddy. No, I was just saying to Raleigh, yeah, I love just that. I mean, not even Double J, just everybody. I like that people can move around. It makes for what if, who might be here.
Right.
I did see a lot of people speculating, which I don't know what kind of if he can wrestle, but because Nigel McGuinness is no longer under contract.
I don't know if he can go though.
Yeah, that's what I don't know if he can go. I don't know what kind of shape he's in. I do think the Jerry Lynn thing. I thought him pile driving Jerry Lynn onto the title was their way of him decimating a former champion and not having Jerry Lynn actually wrestle a match, but you never know.
Yeah, I keep joking. Well, I'm kind of serious that it will be Jerry Lynn come back to avenge the pile driver only to lose again.
Right. When you were saying that, I was going to, but before the Jeff Jarrett thing, when you were going to pull me up onto the thing and ask me who I thought it was going to be, I was going to say Shane McMahon because that's my answer to everything.
Right.
It's like, who's going to debut?
Could you imagine?
Here comes the money.
I bought the ROH championship. Now I'm going to wrestle you.
The name does say.
Didn't Jeff Jarrett work AAA this year also? I believe he has made a couple appearances in AAA. And he did a couple other indie bookings. But wrestling's fun right now from that standpoint. And again, like every day there's another rumor of like, oh shoot, now it's the hot rumor right now is Tegan Knox, and a lot of people talking about a lot of the free agents still floating around. Everybody's still curious about Sasha and Naomi, and they're like, holy shit, like
I think they're gonna do their own thing for a while. Sasha and Naomi, like, especially if they got to look at how the women's tag division's being booked right now. Because
no rush to jump into that at the moment. It is
much different. Not much different.
Oh, Lee no sells a suplex. Completely no sells it. I'm going to sit in the corner and rock back and forth. No, Jeff, no.
It's Russo.
Hockey helmet. Oh, JV.
I love that. That's a good yes.
Laying
down for Hogan. No.
That's
I don't think it's that bad.
That's the next pop. We're gonna give Vince Russo.
And Mox submits with an armbar.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nice.
What's up, Jack? How you doing?
Jack Silverman. And here comes Ethan Page down the ramp.
Well, Hassan thinks it's
from behind.
Whoa, what do you think of Homicide?
I'd think that'd be awesome.
He's been here before.
Yeah. I mean, he's NWA Junior Heavyweight Champ right now, so
true story.
He's going, man.
Now, a lot of people talked about Chris Hero today.
I mean,
I don't love the matchup.
Is he still wrestling?
I don't know. I haven't seen his name mentioned in a minute. I mean, he was in NXT UK was the last time I had a tracker on him.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. My money would be on like a Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards. But then again, you also have Roosh, who's in AEW, former ROH champ.
And Roosh when there's nothing new, so that's okay.
Right. Just losing to all the champions.
Right.
Renee is doing her sit down with Saraya right now. Britt is not there.
So just for those following along, Moxley gets the win, gets laid out, and Ethan Page lays him out. Gibbons, Ethan, and Lee leave. Moxley down and out. And like Big Rig just said, we're with Saraya and Britt Baker. But no surprise with the outcome of that match. I'm a little surprised that the champ just went and took the big shot like that.
Yeah, I don't know. We got 2 weeks left. There's a lot that could happen. I feel like Friday they're trying to make it feel like a big show with Mike Tyson and like they're trying to get some positive buzz going, I think. So
yeah, and I mean, you look at this card tonight; it's pretty stacked. And then again, you're going into, like you said, a live Friday with Mike Tyson returning. That's big news. So it feels like they are trying to make a push. They are trying to make a conscious effort to make a splash, make some noise. Kind of, and it's smart on their part in the sense of, there's been a lot of bad press, no matter what side of the argument you're on, and there's been a lot of bad press. So this is a good opportunity for them to kind of get some good buzz out there.
And I guarantee you people are going to be talking about Jeff Jarrett being here tomorrow because nobody saw that coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did Britt not show up?
No, Britt's not there.
Okay.
Britt is not there.
Okay.
Samoa Joe and Brian Cage. Darby and Sting to even the odds with Lethal. Sanjay, Jared, and Sting. Oh, who will they get?
I don't know. Does it matter?
Well, I don't know if Sanjay's gonna wrestle. Like he did that one, but it was like it was like a comedy match. I don't really think he goes that much anymore.
No.
But then again, there is I feel like it's going to be Lethal and Cole Carter in a tag team because Satnam ain't wrestling either. Like I think they had him wrestle that one match on TV, and we're like, oh, never mind.
This is a bad idea, but it's just weird.
Which I'm glad that they saw that and were like, okay, you need some more time, and not you're Omos, you're 7 feet tall, and just
one match, and they were like, okay, see what we can do with this. So I don't know where they're going to go with him. At this point, he's just, a bona fide bodyguard. I mean, that bump that Darby took off him was pretty impressive tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. He's so tall.
I will take a moment to remind everybody out there, we are on a commercial break. We are rolling through Aew Dynamite tonight. We are back tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we are going to have our live weekly podcast with Let's Rumble. Another special interview coming up tomorrow as well. And then Friday, we're into a doubleheader. Saturday, I believe we're here at 11 a.m. for Crown Jewel. And the only reason why I hesitate is there's been a lot of talk about the situation over in Saudi Arabia right now and what this means for the WWE. As it stands right now, it means nothing. The show will go on as planned with contingency plans as far as the last report I read.
And from what I'm seeing, a lot of what looks like very well photoshopped, like official WWE statements floating around.
Did you see this?
Until I get a good source, I won't even discuss that, because that if that's false and somebody made that for clicks, you're a piece of garbage. That's ridiculous.
Right. It's and it doesn't surprise me, but Jesus, that circulated pretty quick, but a lot of people started debunking it very fast. So
yeah.
I don't, as of right now, they have no intention of going the other way. And again, we don't really fully know all the details. It is a little troublesome. I mean, as a booked wrestler for the show, you got to be like, oh, this is intense, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was talking about this with Nick actually earlier today. It's one of those things where, yeah, they have contingencies in place, but on that Saturday, what would be the biggest target for a country that wants to attack them? Oh, a bunch of foreign, mostly Americans, big international stars. You know what I mean? All in one place. So it's just, I understand they have contingencies. I have no doubt that they're going to do everything possible to keep them safe. But I definitely hope that if there's even the slightest bit of maybe, that we're just like, nah, we're not doing
that. Just, I mean, I know it seems, you know, at the end of the day, the safety of everybody is, you know, the biggest priority.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, even as, you know, if you were booked and they're like, let's go. I mean, I'd be hesitant to go, okay, guys, let's get on that plane. Like, you know,
there's people already flying over there. They started flying over there yesterday.
Right. And I mean, it feels like a giant bullseye under the circumstance, right? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you're just presenting them a giant target, you know? It's like, with the history of all of that, I mean, I'm not trying to get political, but like, let's be real, you know?
Yeah, it's just,
there we go. Acclaimed.
It's definitely unsettling. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's for entertainment purposes. It could be, if you can't quick pivot and pull off a show locally that you stream to, you know, or whatever, like the, you know, the fake announcement kind of alluded to, but yeah, I mean, better safe than sorry, I think.
Yeah. Daddy ass with his hands all taped up. JF drives his convertible in the pub.
Right?
Oh.
There we go. So the Acclaimed are here. We're about to celebrate Daddy Ass's birthday. So was he 56? 55?
Something like that.
Something ridiculous.
He makes the rest of DX look like they're 100 years old.
It's amazing. I want to see a match between Billy and R-Truth.
That'd be awesome.
Right? Let's go.
Yeah, was that speaking of R-Truth, was that did he get hurt last night?
Yeah, he caught the rope. He didn't get enough clearance. And so his stinks. Like the top of his foot caught the top rope as he was coming up over, and he flipped but came down hard. It was like the angle, like his heel hit the ground kind of first, and then all his body weight came in behind it. It didn't look pretty. They went to picture in picture the entire time he was outside the ring, and they eventually, you know, carried him out. And then the match was over. That was it. So, yeah, 100%
unfortunate. Yeah.
It was, because we had just talked about, like, oh, man, you know, where's Truth? And everybody in the chat's like, he's a legend. We love this guy.
Right.
It was good to see him. And like, all right, him and Waller's going to give us a pretty athletic match. And just, you know, how many times has he done that move?
Right.
Just oops and caught the rope.
Well, I mean, it's just like Hangman. I mean, how many times has he taken a lariat like that and done that backflip? You know what I mean?
Right. No, absolutely. Great point.
Sometimes stuff just happens.
How are you, Grandma Daisy? Hope you're doing well tonight.
Grandma.
Regal turn on Mox to help MJF win the title. Yeah, Dale, I'm with you on this.
About.
I want it.
I think it'd be great. I think it's the only thing that really makes sense. I mean, you don't need Regal for MJF to turn, but I think it'd be a cool, like, oh my God moment.
We're getting some scissoring. Yeah, I think it adds a little spice to the whole situation. Like a turn great, but it's just that extra little kick to bring it home of like just adding to that holy, that holy moment. Whoever challenges Jericho needs to be a credible threat. Not necessarily.
I am hearing you a little bit.
Oh, my background?
FYI, yep.
Yeah, I popped it up to hear what the Acclaimed were saying. But yeah, no, it's hilarious that we're getting this celebration there over, but yeah. But yeah, no, folks, we are rolling along. The Acclaimed are celebrating Daddy Ass's birthday. And yeah, I mean, things are good. Things are good. Scissor me timbers. What's happening here? All right. Anyone else say happy birthday to Mr. Billy Gunn? I didn't see any happy birthdays. Grandma says Miss Elizabeth, Evil Doink, Nasty Boys in 2023 Hall of Fame. Maybe. I'll have to dig deeper into that, Daisy. Moxley for the win. I really don't think Tony. I really don't think Tony really cares about ROH. I disagree, Anthony. The company, because he has the type of money. No, I think he cares. I just don't think he knows what to do. Like everything happens so fast, right? In a 12, 13 month period, things change so fast, and he had so many assets, and he had built up so much, and then you buy ROH, and you have all these athletes, and yeah, I think he cares. I think he's just overwhelmed, and it takes time. What is happening? I want to see Eddie Kingston versus Jarrett in a no DQ match with all their followers. Okay. World's greatest dad. The guy who picked 2 new kids. We got Mox for the win. That was correct. Wow, I got to play some catch up here. Happy birthday, Gunn. Our Truth is 53. There you go. Singh is 7'3". That's accurate, or at least what they bill him as. Maybe it's RVD. There you go. Wait, was RVD a Ring of Honor champion? I should know. There's one wrestler in AEW, that wrestler, and Impact. Frankie Kazarian. True. What does he have here? Wait, what? William Daddy Ass Gunn. Billy Gunn has adopted the Acclaimed for his birthday. see Adam Cole and Cesaro going back to WWE in the future. I don't know. I mean, I'm really curious to see what the future holds for no. Wait. We're getting interrupted. Oh, the biological children are here. Jerry. I don't know what I'm seeing. Oh, scissor me, daddy. Ass boys are here. Ass boys out. Oh, the sun. Oh, they brought a friend. W. Morrissey just laying waste to people. Do you think there'll be more surprises? Yeah, I do actually. I think there's potential for a couple more. Maybe not a couple more, but there's potential. I mean, again, if you're paying attention and you want to be on the ball with things, I do think that your competition or the company you want to compete with has a big pay-per-view coming up this weekend. You want to make some headlines. You want to make some noise, and the top guys are here to yes, let's go. Oh, the firm peels out at 7-star FTR. That's right, Victor are in the house. Cass finally looks like he came out of rehab. That's not nice, JV, but he does look like he's doing better. There was a couple rough weeks there. It was almost like he wasn't anticipating leaving Impact. What else we got? Can anyone explain TK's hard on for these eliminators? He says, is he saying screw the rankings? It's a lazy way to get around the rankings. You know what I mean? Like, instead of building an angle or building a story and making it matter, you just do an eliminator match. And if they win, then they get to move to the top of the list. So I wouldn't say it's his way of screwing the rankings. It's just a lazy way to kind of circumvent them once in a while. Boom.
We are back.
Welcome back, sir.
Indeed. Claimed looked like fun.
Yes, but they got their heads beaten. So
I did see that. My boys.
Anybody they have been adopted.
7-star FTR, baby.
That's it. So yeah, we're setting up. I wonder how this match is going to play out. But
Jericho's coming on right now.
Jeez. Well, TBS title's still to come as well.
Yeah.
So maybe
Samoa Joe, Brian Cage main event.
That's true. Really? That's an interesting booking choice as far as everything you got listed.
I don't know. Jeff Jarrett's an AEW. I don't know.
That makes sense. Any of this.
Up is down, down is up.
Dan Lambert is a walking bug zapper. I like Dan Lambert and what he was supposed to be. It just went too long and too repetitive. You didn't have any other material. Austin Aries. Interesting.
I doubt they bring Aries in. He's way too polarizing.
Very true.
Which, I mean, I don't really think that your worldviews should affect, whatever goes on here, but he's pretty outspoken about his stuff, so.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be an interesting one. I mean, there's a couple names on that list that I know aren't coming back for various reasons, but This is funny. I hope it's Lynn. He deserves revenge.
I mean, that'd be cool. I'd love to see a Jerry Lynn match in 2022. I don't know how much he can still go, but
I don't. Yeah, I'd be really curious what a Jericho Jerry Lynn match looks like in 2022.
Right.
I want to see Nick Gage versus Jerry.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, right.
Lamar Jackson in the house.
Who?
Lamar Jackson, quarterback for the Ravens.
Yeah.
Dude, Ian Riccaboni, it's my guy, man.
Absolutely. Him. All right, they're showing them. Yeah, like okay, I'm right behind you, but what is happening?
I have no idea. They were just. I mean, Lamar Jackson's just there. They're in Baltimore, so I can't hear the music, so I don't know who it is. Boom, boom.
Is it really boom, boom? Now, at this point, is it just an outright slap in the face?
Yes. This is a statement. Yeah, to me it is. I mean, this dude hasn't been on AEW television.
This is what this all started over. Like, this is an absolute spit in the eye. I have a feeling that CM Punk might be at Best Buy tomorrow looking for a new flat screen.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's boom, boom, Cabana, folks. Wow. He does look like he wants to cry. He hasn't been on TV for years.
He has wanted to be in this ring, so you can tell that he has wanted to be in that ring so bad.
Wow. But Tony Khan clearly was like,
no, this is a make good. That's what this is.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but
no way, Big Rig. I'm waiting for Cabana to hit the go to sleep and win.
Tap Jericho out with the Anaconda Vice.
Right? AEW is trolling CM Punk. Jay, I agree, man. Trolling huge.
Let's go, Colt. Good stuff.
I hope he wins.
Dude, I hope he does too. Let him go over.
I hate it.
Let him go over. The title that CM Punk held, let him have it.
Oh my God.
That'd be amazing.
And Riccaboni is miles ahead of Excalibur's commentary. I hate to say it. No, I don't actually.
Excalibur is a very good technical commentator. He's very good at, I know this move and that move. And I mean, he's better than most commentators I've heard. But if I have the choice, I'm going Riccaboni all day long.
Absolutely. Riccaboni, you feel every word out of the guy, no matter what he's saying. He could be talking about what he had for lunch. You're just like, why is he so energized?
And he makes everything he talks about sound like it matters.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. I hope
the only thing that would have made this better is if this show was in Chicago. That's the only thing that would have made it better.
It wouldn't, yeah, right? It might have been a riot. Folks, by the way, we got Chris Jericho and Colt Cabana in the ring having a match. So let us know who you think is going to win. I know I want Cabana to win for sure. And this is 100%, in my opinion, a Jericho idea.
Has to be.
Tony, no, it'd be great. Get Colt on the phone.
You want to know what would be some good chemotherapy for that cancer? Some boom boom Colt Cabana.
Fucking hell. We joked, dude. I didn't think they'd actually do it. I thought it was too.
I mean, he said you know. And I like, so here was my thing. Oh, shoot.
What the fuck you? I want to be. I want to be.
That was almost scary. He put him up on his shoulders.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Fell back.
Oh, he's going for the scout. And CM Punk is officially laughing at this point of the program. You try to stick it to me and you putts just fell off the turnbuckle? Oh my. That did not go well at all. Man in the Mask is decent. No Kevin Patrick. Just kidding. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think I'd give the nod to Excalibur over Kevin Patrick, which is sad to say.
I mean, Kevin Patrick, he's a backstage guy. He's not a commentary.
Absolutely. What if Punk returns and attacks Cabana? The only way that would happen is if Punk had broken into the arena and made a run for it, because he's getting nowhere near a match.
Yeah, there's no way.
It would be a blurred lines between reality and work. Yeah, completely, Hagen. Fantasy and reality as well. Which DK loves doing a lot. Colt Cabana, I would laugh. Is it possible? I mean, I would. Dale says Jericho retains, but man, what if Colt wins?
I think it'd be awesome.
Colt needs to be up on his cardio because he looks tired. Hopefully, they do something with him. What are they going to do with Colt Cabana?
Both of these guys are freaking veterans, man. Like this.
That's a tough sell for me. Like, I mean, Colt's a good support guy. You put him in as kind of one of those gatekeeper roles where, you know, whether he's playing a heel or a happy-go-lucky guy, he's a good first matchup or second matchup when you join the company. But I mean, he's a good utility man. Punk buys a ticket. Yeah, well, Punk, that would be cool. It'd be hilarious. I'm sure. Like, I mean, wow. Crazy. Such a bold statement for me. Do you have Cole doing dark matches with Sonny and Peter Avalon? No.
I think Colt would have been just a great, you know, once Ring of Honor gets TV, having him there doing stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I got no problem spotting him in like Ring of Honor and such. And like I said, I have no problem with him, you know, being match 1 or match 2 of a Dynamite, a Rampage.
Right.
He has the ability to get a guy or two over. You said he's a vet.
He can still go. I mean, look at Jericho. He's gassed freaking 10 minutes into every match.
But the best shit he's ever done, if you ask him right now. And it's crazy to me. Like I would argue that you're a bigger AEW fan overall than myself.
Probably, yeah. Me and Nick were actually talking about that earlier today too. Like if I had to pick one, I would say I enjoy more things in AEW than I do WWE. Mm-hmm. But I think I hold AEW to a little higher standard.
Okay.
Because they kind of I was a Lapsed fan for a long time, and they kind of got me back into it. True. So I know what they're capable of. You know what I mean? And so I will give credit where credit is due on both sides, and I will shit on what's due to be shit on both sides.
All right. I just find right now, like this land and just feeling the influence of Jericho. And Jericho kind of getting a shine every week. And I don't know how I feel about this run right now. I don't know. It's really interesting times for AEW. And there just really seems to be a small group of people running the show.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was like, what do you call it? It was like when Cody was in there and Cody kind of had, the Cody verse. Like everything he did was separate from the rest of the company, and it was weird.
Yeah.
Backslide? No.
Wait, he calls that move the Billy Goat's curse?
Does he really?
That's what I caught, I thought.
Inverted walls of Jericho?
Right. Oh, the eye poke. I do like it. I'll give him credit on that one. Oh.
Hager pulled him out, of course.
Oh, man.
Whoa, boom, boom. There goes the kinetic tape.
Shit, Floyd. That's funny. That'd be the best thing ever. Colt comes out next week as ROH champion and buys everybody ice cream.
That'd be amazing. And there it is. Jericho's your winner.
Well, Colt hit a big moonsault at least.
He did. Yeah, that was cool.
Right? You got something. Jericho is sucking wind from the depths of his lungs right now.
Yup, sure is.
Barely hit the code breaker.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
what are your feels about Jericho overall as an AEW fan?
I mean, I've kind of talked about this before. His feuds, they're good, and then they go one step too far. No, get your hands off him. No.
What?
He's got Riccaboni.
Oh, you bastard.
That man is an angel. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Hilarious, Larry.
Now you're going to hear it. Oh, Claudio. Yeah, Claudio to the rescue. There we go. Claudio from out of nowhere. And Danielson. Oh!
Okay.
Still BCC loyal. Let's go.
All right.
Sammy without his shirt on for some reason.
Right.
Like they both came from, and here comes Yuta. That's a big old brawl. Gang wars. Yeah, like Claudio and Danielson both came from backstage, like wearing street clothes, and then Sammy comes out with like jeans and no shirt on. Like,
like what were you doing in catering?
Right.
Like, fuck, dude, put a shirt on.
It's just him being, oh, look at me.
So, what crazy stadium match are we going to get now?
I have no idea.
I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get that win. Chat, don't forget our t-shirts. And the what t-shirt? The Mr. Every Night t-shirt, the CJ Cut Your Shit t-shirt. That promo's coming up next commercial, Victor. But yes, thank you. Be a Victor, get a t-shirt. I'm back to happy when Chris Jericho goes back on tour. Yeah, amen, Damien.
So I think, from what I've heard, I commend Jericho because from what it sounds like, he actually has poured a lot of himself into AEW. He's become, a locker room leader. I'm all for that. But when it comes to like actually on screen, I feel like his feuds they don't end when they should. You know what I mean? They just go one too far, and then it's like, and it either drags it out, it's the wrong ending, or, something like that. Like the MJF feud. There was no reason for him to beat MJF at all out last year. Like the thing with, Dan Lambert and, Inner Circle. Like, did we really need that match at Full Gear last year?
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
right?
It just, everything seems to drag. Like they're really good. And
yeah, I mean, it just feels like self-indulgence a little bit, where it feels to me that because Jericho kind of has that free reign, when he kind of goes that extra step, he doesn't have that person there to go, Chris, maybe not, right? Like, I think we're good with this, or and sometimes in your head things are a wonderful idea, and then when you present it out to the public, it didn't go so well. I just feel like there's a little bit of delusion of grandeur with Jericho at this point right now, and talks about how amazing these matches are and that. And I know like people were like, oh, that Bandito match was great, but Bandito did have to slow down to make it work. And tonight, we got him sucking wind, and in better shape than he is. Like,
and that's the thing. Like I enjoyed, like I thought his match with Mox at Quake by the Lake was really good.
Yeah, it was.
I thought that was really good. But then, like, I think his matches with Danielson were good too. I think Danielson's probably a little bit better at hiding when he has to slow down. Bandito's just used to going 100 miles an hour all the time. So, but I don't think this is like his best run from like a working standpoint. No. I think it's I think there is some delusion of grandeur there. There is. I'm not going to deny that, but I think just as it could be a lot worse, I guess, is what I'm saying. Like he could go full Hogan, Jeff Jarrett. This big megastar. This company would be nothing without me type thing. So,
that's true.
I don't know. I don't think he needs to be on TV every week wrestling matches. And I commend him for, obviously he's worked on his physique and his health and everything like that, because last summer he looked terrible compared to what he looks now.
That's very true. Very true.
So like obviously he's working at it, but yeah, he needs to. Okay, it's time to pass the torch a little bit.
Right, a little bit. Yeah, it seems that way. And then, like you said, there's a couple times where, you're like, okay, he did the right thing. He went under and he, trying to push up a younger talent or whatever. And then you're like, oh, wait, you're going to have another match? And now he goes over. And you're like, that's where, Chris, you should know better. And I mean, if you are there to kind of build up the roster, I know he's trying to build himself up as well, but I don't know, man. I haven't been the biggest fan of all of it. But that being said, real quick, folks, I will remind everybody we're blowing through. We're past the hour mark now here on our live stream, live coverage, live reaction for AEW Dynamite. We will be back tomorrow for the podcast, our weekly podcast. Let's Rumble, doubleheader Friday, hopefully Crown Jewel on Saturday, 11 a.m. So we're going to have breakfast with the crew. Get up early, stay in your PJs, turn on the stream. We'll keep you up to date on everything and anything going on with Crown Jewels. We're looking forward to that stream as well. And I will remind everyone real quick as we come out of this commercial break, go to Alt Wrestling Tees. The link is down below, or check them out on social media. Check out all their t-shirts, but especially check out the Wrestling for Life network t-shirts. You have Mr. Nick's What t-shirt. That's right. He does have a What t-shirt. Then we have Mr. Every Night. That's my t-shirt. Don't be a some night, be an every night type of guy. And the CJ Cut Your Shit t-shirts. So go to Alt Wrestling Tees. Be like my buddy Victor and get yourself the t-shirts. Ed.
Hit a switch over. The AirPods died.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And Mr. Big Rig, if you want to let everyone know what's going on over at the DWO.
Just got a couple interviews that dropped recently. Got a few more coming up. We're interviewing a lot of the talent from our local promotion. Kind of, promoting their shows and stuff like that, getting their experiences and stuff. And that's been a lot of fun to talk about. We'll obviously be on tomorrow night, Thursday night, regular time, 9 p.m. Talking about tonight's Dynamite and Monday's Raw. And you can find us pretty much on all our socials. We are the Dad World Order Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. So if you want to go over there, drop a subscribe, watch a couple videos, drop some likes, we would very much appreciate it. We have a lot of fun over there, and obviously we always appreciate you having me on here to be able to talk about it and talk about wrestling, because that's what we enjoy doing.
Absolutely, man. It's always a pleasure to have you on, and we appreciate you being here, giving your insight and your 2 cents.
Absolutely.
From one dad to another. It's good to have you guys out there doing the dads justice. So I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
But here comes Freshly Squeezed. We got Canosaurus.
Yes,
so this is interesting because we hadn't seen a whole lot out of the Trios champions. Now the rumor is the Bucks are back. We're starting to get teasers about the Bucks, and now we're getting some Trios title matches creeping up, or at least matches in general. So good timing. He has the belt in the book bag. It's a little upsetting. I'm going to say it's a little upsetting.
It just makes sense, man. I love it. I think it's hilarious.
So now we're getting the triple threat match now. So yeah, it looks like we're going to get Joe and Cage as the main event.
That's what it's looking like.
Orange Cassidy retains. Who do you got for this match, Big Rig?
I would say Orange Cassidy, because I feel like it's going to set up, because the Friday they're doing the Dream Atlantic City Dream match or whatever.
Yeah.
For the All Atlantic title, I'm sure they'll do something crazy with OC. They're not going to put it on Fenix and go right back to Death Triangle, and I'm thinking maybe Jungle Boy comes out and costs Luchasaurus.
That okay?
I could see that.
I mean, Luchasaurus would be like that, a bit of a dark horse here. I don't think Fenix has got a shot at it. He's just going to be entertaining to watch. But I think I'll put my money on Orange as well. That's what I thought. All right. What did Jay say? No Olympians yet. Kurt Angle said he would do 10 matches in AEW for $3 million. Do you see that story?
Yeah, I did.
Why not ask for it? You never know. He might have said yes. There's 6 in the... No, there's more than 6. How many people are in the Jericho Society? Like 9, right? If you count the ladies.
Jericho, Anna Jay, Ty, Sammy, Hager, Garcia.
Coke and Diet Coke.
8, yeah.
Yeah, shit. They got a whole
8.
crew. So what's Tony Khan's surprise? So far, it's been Jeff Jarrett. With a pretty big fucking surprise.
Twas indeed. That I'll keep saying it. I did not have that on my who's going to show up on AEW Dynamite bingo card. Jeff Jarrett was not on it.
Wouldn't have made the top 10, bud. Not at all. All right, I got Lucha looking good right now.
He's doing his splashes in the corners.
Ooh, JV's got Lucha for the win.
I mean, I kind of could, like, they want to, randomly swerve us, maybe. I feel like he's getting a big push here.
It would, yeah.
I just feel like they're not going to take the title off of OC that quick.
No, I don't think so, dude. I'm with you
Especially
on that.
after people have been pining for him to get a championship for the past 3.5 years.
Right? Orange Cassidy for the win. KJ and Big Rig. Do you see Orange Cassidy winning the match, especially since he just wrestled on Dark with Best Friends? Yes, we do.
Yeah, because that's well, Dark is kayfabe on like a completely other night. Like though Dark Elevation that they tape like tonight will air next week, and they'll act like it's next week.
Devilsaurus. I knew he was special since the first AEW event. All right. Jay Thomas going with Luchasaurus. Good thing the Phoenix comes back from its ashes. Good show, Larry. That's deep, buddy. I'm looking forward to the season premiere of MLW tomorrow. Damian, like I said, buddy, you're always looking forward to something. I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
I've actually never watched a single episode of MLW.
It's good. I mean, to me, it's hit and miss. I've tuned in and it's been like, what is happening? There's not really trying to follow the show. Sometimes you're like, it's all over the place. But at the same time, a lot of
I will say the clips I've seen, they got some really good talent.
Oh, huge. Really, really outstanding talent. To be
Alex Hammerstone's a freaking monster. EJ, like they got some good talent there. And it's like NWA. Like I think they got some good talent in NWA, but I don't care for the production of it like at all.
Yeah, it kind of stymies the vibe, right? Like,
yeah.
I get it. They get in the matches are good, but yeah, sometimes you just need a little bigger of an audience of overall production, just a little better vibe. And it doesn't have to be WWE status, but
right.
It's on par with Impact at least. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. NWA just feels like Billy Corgan still wishes it was 1975, and
yeah,
it's
not
not
accurate. But are you so like I was always surprised that like a guy like Hammerstone never got scooped up by Vince. To me,
yeah, that really surprises me.
Like if somebody had shown Vince a clip of Hammerstone, he would have got a man chub and signed him within minutes.
Right.
I thought.
Right.
Anyway, but I'm shocked it never came to be. Jericho, Hager, Sammy Garcia, and 2.0. There you go. We're counting the team. Orange Cassidy retains the title. Dale, good shout. Victor, when were they in the Olympics? I don't know where we even got that from. Just imagine whoever wins this put John Cena on the contract. WWE Thomas. Wait, what are we doing with John Cena?
I mean, that would be very surprising to me.
Yeah, I can't see it. I can't see it.
Like I've seen people saying that, like, "Oh, well, he's Peacemaker Warner," and I'm like, that doesn't make him obligated to show up in AEW.
Right. I think even our Warner would understand the conflict there.
Right. Well, it's like Rock, was just Black Adam. That was Warner. Were they going to have The Rock show up in AEW because he did a movie for him? Like,
right?
Because he did Ballers, like.
So I got Luchasaurus still pretty much in control right now. What do you got on your angle? Oh, shit.
Well, Luchasaurus just booted Orange Cassidy halfway up the ramp.
after destroying a table with Fenix.
Yeah.
Do y'all think being deep in wrestling news can spoil the surprise elements of promoters' plans? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of spoilers out there. There's a lot of rumors and dirt sheet stuff. There are certain things that I wish were sacred. You know, it's kind of like you let somebody onto a movie set to kind of cover the story of the movie that you're making, or interview or talk to some of the people involved in the movie, and they start leaking out the plot twists and turns of said movie. It's a bad look. It's not a vibe. I wish some of them would go, you know what? If I was on the other side of this scope, maybe this, and I'm not saying they can't report rumors or things, but if you got something locked and you're going to fuck up the show, shut up. Just be the first one to put it out when it happens.
Yeah.
You called it.
Yup.
You called it.
Right out of the tunnel. I love it.
Oh, shit. Oh! Jack Perry, by the way. They're calling him Jack Perry a little more nowadays. Through the tables, off the
here comes Pac. He's got the hammer.
Pocket his little hammer. Pause. That's the only way you can take Lucha Bane.
I called that at the beginning. I said I think Jungle Boy is going to cost Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
1, 2, nope. 1, 2, nope.
Okay. Zurin, thank you. Can AEW survive without WWE Superstar? I think so. I mean, they don't want to. There's some that they like, but
what does he mean by WWE Superstar?
I'm thinking in general, like, could AEW still be a decent company if they didn't have any former WWE guys?
Oh yeah, I think they were doing.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Uh-oh, he got something good. What is happening? Now, I honestly think that this is the demise of the Death Triangle at this point. I mean, they're totally building that way, but...
Shibata!
What the fuck?
What?
With look
to Forbidden Door. Remember he
is back.
Forbidden Door.
Wow, yeehaw, let's go.
Wow.
Me and my hammer are going to roll out of the ring right now. Holy shit. Boom.
What did he just hand him? Did you just hand him a AEW contract? Or an All-Atlantic
contract? That is?
Dream match Friday.
Really?
Shibata versus OC.
All right. That's a good one. For that title. There you go. You said something big. There it is.
I like that.
Where did OC get the contract? That's pretty nifty.
It was like in his back pocket, I think.
Victor says the modern Bruce Lee.
Rick Ross is just hanging out with freaking Swerve backstage. What is happening?
Holy fuck, what?
The boss, Rick Ross.
The king of the chicken thigh.
Ross is cutting like a whole promo right now.
I love Rick Ross, man. Let's go.
Let's go.
The biggest boss, Rick Ross. 4099.
Wow.
Everybody get your peers.
Get your pairs.
I don't know. OC1, yes, he did. Jeff Jarrett will be better suited for ROH when they get a TV show. Interesting. Do you think that's the goal here for Jarrett?
I don't know. I mean, maybe Tony brought him in to help with booking. I don't know. I mean,
I couldn't imagine, but maybe.
Like, he doesn't have the best booking track record, but I don't know. Maybe he's just here, freelance for a couple months to,
true,
pop.
Miami boy.
Yeah, buddy.
I want to match Keith Lee, Rick Ross. Let's go.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Right?
That'd be amazing.
Keith, Rick Ross shocked the world. He's got some moves.
Now we need Action Bronson versus Rick Ross. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Here we go, right?
And TBS title coming up.
Yeah, so we got about a half an hour left. I mean, we're 1:30 into the stream, so we got two matches left on the docket, 2 title matches, Big Rig.
Yeah, and with a half hour left, I don't know. I mean, I hope they give this some time.
Yeah, a little bit. Lesnar will be in corner of the Paul brothers. When? What did I miss here? I'm a huge Rick Rock fan. I love his music. There you go, Damien. Marina Shafir, the lady with one of the most talked about promos in a long time outside of Sami Zayn. Jade Cargill for the win. I don't see her losing the title yet, not for a while. KJ, please respond to the one about Honky Tonk Man. I kind of touched that, Larry. It's clever. What would you like me to say about it?
Guitars everywhere.
Right? Guitar match.
6-string showdown.
Nice. Oh, look at Shayna Baszler's doppelganger. Oh, okay. Who's that?
What, the baddie section? And somebody's coming out? No?
No.
They just... Oh, Nyla came out. Okay. And she's talking during the match.
Oh, good.
Not commentary, like over the loudspeaker.
Even better.
Talking during the match.
40-0, by the way. If you guys want to get a prediction in, tell me why it's Jade and let me know. Oh. Vicky Guerrero. My freaking ears.
Excuse me. Dude, Jade looks like $1 million every time she comes out.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
And I'll say this too, man. Like, she has and Nyla's still talking. While the match is going on. I'm kind of glad I got my TV muted right now. Not that I don't like Nyla. I don't think that she needs to talk through the entire match.
It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. When Jade Cargill goes one-on-one with Nyla Rose, who wins? Jade.
But I'll say, like, Jade has, like, you just see it. She gets better and better and better every single match.
Dun, dun, dun. There you go. Vicky should go back to WWE with her son, Dom. Nobody said it was Dom. She was the mom of Dominic.
Stepmama.
Stepmom.
And this match is over. 1, 2, 3. Good night.
Oh, wow. This is clunky as shit leading to the finish. Finish.
Yeah. What do you know?
She's not going to lose. She's going to go 100. I'm telling you. Who's realistically going to dethrone her? I mean, as far as an opposing threat, she's been dominant. Who's even close?
I don't know. It's really like, because whoever beats her is going to get put over like crazy. You know what I mean? So yeah. I don't think the person to beat her has emerged yet. I think it's going to have to be somebody that's like organically over. Like it was supposed to be Statlander. Like it was.
Yeah.
You know, but
what is happening? Oh, okay. So they've turned the TBS title into the 24/7 title. That's good news. Jade has lifted Nyla off the mat. I cannot stand Vicky Guerrero or what she says. Excuse me. That is so annoying, but that is the point, Damien. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really have the same effect that it used to for me. Now I just kind of roll my eyes at it. No bloodline shit. What? I get the announcement of a Ring of Honor TV deal.
What announcement?
When? Hasn't quite happened yet, folks.
No, he's saying, I guess the announcement is ROHT. What did they say he was going to have an announcement? Oh, let's go. House of Black vignette.
Oh, there we go. Now, yeah, there we go. There we go. Yes. They do exist.
Julia Hart is resurrecting the house.
It's good.
God, these vignettes are so cool.
All right. I guess he's not Uncle Howdy, guys.
We're lighting the grass on fire. Julia, I know you're all creepy and stuff, but forest fires are real things.
Come on.
All being reborn. Let's go.
Is that the Hardy compound?
I can't wait for them to come back. I don't know. I wasn't paying that close of attention. That'd be hilarious, though, if it was. Like, hey, use my house.
All right.
Film this.
Samoa Joe versus Brian Cage. That's coming up next, folks. Get your predictions in. Let us know. Let us know who's going to leave with the belt. I got a weird feeling Brian Cage might upset Samoa Joe tonight.
I think it's possible. I don't think it's going to happen, considering Samoa Joe is on the poster for Final Battle with the title on his shoulder.
Yeah, oops.
I think that's kind of a spoiler alert, but I think it'll be a good match. I would love to see Samoa Joe muscle buster the muscliest man in wrestling, Brian Cage. I think
Right?
it'd be pretty
If we could
awesome.
pull it off at this point, I'd be pretty upset. Not upset, impressed. I was reading someone else's comment who's upset. House of Black is here. Malachi Black is back. Yeah, a lot of rumors about, obviously he had some reasons to step away. It led to a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors, a lot of reporting. He wasn't happy for a while, Big Rig. So nice to see him getting a really good vignette. The House of Black deserves better. So let's see.
And I think, that was part of it, but I think a lot of people, and a lot of it was I would say the lesser reputable dirt sheets that were like, oh, he was going to WWE, he hates AEW. And really it was, you saw it when he put out his thing on Instagram. He was like, I got a lot of crap going on, man. Like, that might be part of it, but it doesn't mean I'm, F this place, I'm gone.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. That's why I really don't follow a ton of the reporting.
Yeah, you really
websites
can.
Because they're not factual articles. There's just some guy with a computer speculating half the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like opinion pieces without actually coming out and saying this is my opinion. This is what's happening.
It is. They're just a bunch of blogs that masquerade as news websites.
Pretty much. No, I'm excited. The House of Black really, really could do something here. And come on, like Tony, if you're listening, tonight's been enjoyable. I've enjoyed Dynamite again. Do something with House of Black. Push them.
Yeah, Buddy will come back. They're all coming back.
Yeah, there was three of them there.
Yeah. Which that's the thing. So, oh my God, Shibata and Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, we haven't even mentioned that since it happened.
Madison Rain and Sky Blue versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter on Friday. More names announced for Eliminator tournament.
All right. Mike Tyson. Do remember, we had Mike Tyson on Friday.
Mike Tyson will be there. Next Wednesday, Acclaimed and FTR versus Swerve in Our Glory and the Ass Boys.
All right. Okay.
Interesting.
How's it going, Mr.
Oh, wow. Tony versus Jamie at Full Gear.
Oh, wow. Jamie's going to go over.
She has to.
Wow. I wondered if Britt would hold it back and not let it happen in some way, shape, or form.
All on their show. This is cool. I like that they do these video packages. They're showing they got a history together, knowing each other from back then.
I'm down. Let's go. This is a good one.
But I feel like this match would have been so much better in a really over face versus really over face match. You know what I mean? Like if Hayter would have turned.
Yes.
Because you would have just had, let's go Tony, let's go Hayter, just back and forth. I feel like it would have been so much better, but it'll still be a good match.
Yeah, I like the fact that we're getting a little more shine on Jamie, though, and she's earned it.
She deserves it.
It came about. Okay, Big Rig, no spoilers.
Mouth is shut.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, that Malachi Black promo was. I love their vignettes. They're so good.
I still find it funny that this is multiple weeks where Ring of Honor has taken the main event spot on Dynamite. Like it's a consistent thing.
And so here's one of the things I was thinking about with that. Like, yes, it is taking TV time away from AEW. Mm-hmm. But when they do eventually get a TV deal, they've been promoting it for months now. You know what I mean? Like, this is their marketing so that way when they get a TV deal, oh, hey, you want to go watch these guys? Go here.
Yeah. Valid. And I
So
agree.
that's my silver lining to it. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Yeah. And I'm all for it. Like, I mean, I get what he's trying to do. I think part of my issue is just like, you can accomplish that with maybe not having it consistently in the main event spot of your AEW show. Like, imagine showing up on Friday and it's Braun Breaker defending the title in the main event, right? Like, consistently. You're like, well, this doesn't make sense. Doesn't he have his own show to defend a belt on? But
right.
To the argument and the asterisk to it all is they don't have their own show to do this shit.
Yeah. And, we've talked about that before. I think making Elevation an ROH show would be good. But then again, it's on YouTube. So it's not like they're making a bunch of money off of it.
True. But I'm never going to complain about some Joe.
I want him to do as long as the Samoa Joe walkaway spot is one of my favorite spots in professional wrestling. I pop for it every time.
Right?
Just the facial expression, because it's like literally everybody should do that. But he's the only one that's smart enough to do it. It's so funny.
Only one to be like, why am I waiting here?
Right.
Well, I mean, Cage likes to fly around.
He does. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He'll go up.
Right? A bucket of cold water on the brace stuff. Not yet, JV. Next week. We'll see what happens with Crown Jewel and such. I'm giving them 1 week grace period.
Wait, were people speculating that Uncle Howdy was Malachi?
Some people were. It was not even a possible angle. Like I
really?
know, again, dirt sheets and such reporting the possibility and blah, 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 but it wasn't even in the realm of legal possibility.
Right. Like not trying to dog on you, VHS. I don't even know if that's what he's referring to. I just, that's wild. I've personally been with the Bray stuff. I'm kind of like, I know you're trying to slow play it, but can we get somewhere type thing?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan. I mean, as much as his promos and everything have been cool, I don't like main event promo segments. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
If it's a main event, if I'm paying for a ticket to that show, I want to see a freaking match in my main event.
I agree with that.
I mean, I like the last one we went to. Granted, it was special. Mox Hangman. It doesn't always have to be a title match, but it should be a match that you're like, yes, this is the main event.
Absolutely. No, and I agree with you on that. I've always felt that way. Like I get real mad when they end the show with a fucking wedding or some bullshit. Unless there's like this gigantic angle to it, whatever, I might forgive once in a while. But I know Nick and I have debated this a bit, and we are starting to feel that desire to giddy up. My only hesitation was that I knew Crown Jewel was coming. There's not really much for Bray, or at least there wasn't.
Right. Yeah.
Now they're saying he's going to be at Crown Jewel, and you're like, okay, wait a minute. Where are we going to go with this? What
is this the start of something? Right.
Yeah. Are they going to start it at Crown Jewel now? So, but yeah, they got to snap the ring.
As long as he does not go after Roman, I don't care what he does. That's all. I just keep him away from the titles. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, there's no reason for that. I know a lot of the Bray fans are calling for like he needs to no, keep him the fuck away from that gold.
No, and the actual reputable reporters that I've read said they've talked to people in WWE that are like, no, we've learned our lesson. Like, where would we go from there? Like, we've done that before.
Yeah, you're kind of starting the story at the end of the book, right?
Yeah.
Like, all right, let him, run amok. Let him tell this story, but we do need something more than him coming out and arguing with the screen every week. We need to move the needle a little here.
So, I mean, I guess me and you are of the same assumption that Uncle Howdy is Bo.
Yes, I felt like Bo. It was funny, dude. Like that night when we got off the air, I just started like kind of watching it back, and I'm like, it's Bo. And then I started listening to the audio, and like maybe I was filling in my own blanks, but just listening to like going back, those old like Bo Leave promos that he would do, and just the tone, and there's parts in the Masked Man that the distortion steps away for a little bit, and you can kind of catch the tone of the person talking. To me, there was that. I mean, is the earring too much of a piece of bait? Like,
I didn't notice. See, that's the thing. I didn't notice that until somebody posted it, and they were like, "Oh, he's got the same earring as Bo did," and I was like, "Oh, I never paid attention to Bo's earring that much." So,
right.
So I think that was more of for the hardcore, fans of Dallas and whatever.
Yeah, no, for me, what the earring was, I was going back and forth between, like, I was searching Bo Dallas. I was researching Bo Dallas, and it actually worked backwards. I noticed the earring on Bo and went back the way, like, oh shit, wait a minute. But yeah, I ended up watching it. But yeah, it's funny the rabbit holes you end up going down. That and rewatching the Uso segment over and over and over.
Right.
Don't jinx Samoa Joe, Larry says. I don't know. I got a feeling in my belly. That being said, folks, I'm in a pitcher right now. Cage is in charge, or at least in control of Samoa Joe at the moment. If you haven't made your prediction yet, if you're new to the channel, get your prediction in. Let us know who you have for the win tonight. Joe, Cage, and we'll go from there. I will remind everyone, we do this for all the shows, all the companies. We do not stop. We come back night after night after night. And sometime in the morning, like we will be here on Saturday for Crown Jewel. We start at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to roll right through this entire month. November is stacked with lots of good wrestling, lots of big events, lots of shows, and we're looking forward to being here for each and every one of them, folks, or as many as humanly possible. Big shout out to Nick, Ashley, CJ, Big Rig. Thank you for being here tonight with me.
Absolutely.
It's been a fun time as always, my friend.
Hey, I enjoy this because the entire time I'm watching these, I'm always like, I wish I had somebody here to like bounce all my ideas off of.
Yeah.
So like, this is perfect to me. I love doing this. I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh, absolutely, man. And that's the best part of it all. And I mean, I know, like, even just chatting when we're not on stream, everybody's got their ideas and opinions, and being around it all the time has been a real fun. It's actually brought a great deal, really, a reinsurgence of the wrestling love, just being around it and talking about it and finding like-minded people. So,
I mean, that's like me. Like I was 100%, a Lapsed fan. I didn't have time. I followed, I followed like Wrestle Talk because they do like 5-minute reviews of the shows of like Raw and stuff like that. And I was like, that's really all I need. I'll watch the pay-per-views on Peacock, whatever. Also, being a Canadian, I don't know if you're a hockey fan, but
go Jackets. Of course I'm a hockey fan. The Blue Jackets, not bad, not bad. I don't have that much hate or love for the Blue Jackets. They're all right.
Jeez, Cage is just going
in control.
And he does the flex.
Oh.
How this dude, like, I mean, obviously he's, works out quite a bit.
Yeah, that's
it. I don't like, usually guys like that, when it comes to like doing a physical sport like this, like they're wound so tight they end up tearing stuff easier. Like I'm surprised he hasn't gotten hurt more. Like, which I guess is a credit to him after he's doing his working.
Yeah,
seated senton.
Jesus, and he seems like his gas tank's pretty good for a bulky dude, right? Like,
dude, I've watched him. I've seen him on a couple indie shows, and he like, I watched him and Dante Martin go at it, in an indie show.
Yeah,
and like he'll keep right up with those little 150-pound guys,
Now, like Brian, he hasn't really gotten too far like over with me. I could take him or leave him most days. He hasn't. I don't know. Even prior to AEW, I was like, he's all right. But I think a lot of it was, I felt like a lot of repetition to him, and at times he could just be a big guy and really dominate instead of like, I really want a cruiserweight match tonight. So, but I mean, there's potential. I mean, you see him now making a push. I don't know what they're going to do with this embassy.
He's going up top. Is Joe going to get up? Nope.
Walk
Joe's
away
on the ground.
Oh, Joe's down.
Excuse me.
The bloodline is not powerful enough. For what? I missed what that's about, Dro. Oh, it's to Larry. I blame Larry. Come on, Joe, pretend it's Brock. I still think if Joe would have beat Brock that night, the place would have come unglued, right? Like,
yep.
What a missed opportunity. JV
a lot of near falls
in this one, yeah, not bad. Yeah, I think that's where we might be heading with this. I think the use of the term uncle, obviously, Bo would be an uncle to Bray's kids.
Right.
This could very well be the Cain and Abel story, and Bo knows all the secrets, right? Like Bray says he's a good guy, but I'm your brother. I know you better than anybody. Maybe.
A lot of near falls.
Yeah, man. Jeez. Joe for the win. It's not obvious. I'm for Joe. It is obvious, Larry. We got that. I took half the. Do you think he's on the gas? I don't know. I can't say either way. I mean, there's obvious assumptions when somebody gets uber big.
Name to say to befriend. Oh, like just, hey, you fan of Bret Hart? Yeah. I mean, I feel like he's pretty over in the United States too. And I won't spoil Vic.
Uh-oh. Two big beefy guys slapping meat.
Pause.
There we go. Night. Bye-bye. All right. My delay has caught up. Cain and Abel. Yes. Joe wins. Thank you. Gates of Agony. Let's go. We got more trouble.
Here comes Wardlow.
All right. There's been a lot of gang warfare this evening.
So when are we getting?
Hey, they're ringing the bell. That's awesome.
When are we getting Hobbs and Wardlow? Is that Full Gear, you think? Probably for TNT.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I think that's a pay-per-view match.
Yeah,
for
let's
sure.
go.
Oh! Speak of the devil.
Spine buster.
God, his spine buster looks so good every time.
Vicious big rig.
Every time. And you want to talk about another guy that got into shape. Like when he first came into AEW, like he was big, but he was like, he had a little what I got going on right here. Right. And he just got freaking jacked. An 8-man tag team match. That's going to be a freaking nightmare.
Fucking Donnybrook. And you know what? Even his facials and everything now, like when he's in the ring, when he looks at the hard cam, it's not just a flat, kind of stoic. Right. I like him a lot. I'm a big fan. If he takes down Wardlow, interesting. I feel bad for Wardlow's run, but I like Hobbs a lot.
That's the thing. I feel like you almost got to give it to Hobbs at this point.
Yeah.
Like Hobbs is your next guy to put over, man. I mean, Wardlow's made. I don't think it hurts taking it off of him.
No, I'd like to see like a little program, like let him run for it, right? Like you know, maybe Hobbs does take it, and then Wardlow has to chase him down.
Right.
I like them both.
Yeah, I think Hobbs is one of those guys that if you're AEW, we need to incorporate this guy because when his contract's up, WWE is going to come calling.
You think with Hobbs? Yeah, absolutely. And that's what Larry's kind of echoing your sentiment here. He believes Cage as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Cage is just like, he's another one of those that's not as, but he's kind of a polarizing personality because he's like so outspoken, like online and stuff. And I think that's where he never really gets over with people because it's like, dude, you're an a-hole like 90% of the time, like in real life. You know what I mean? So like, you're never like, yeah, like I appreciate his work in the ring and everything, but I'm never going to be like the biggest fan of it.
Yeah. They just never got over that hump. He just kind of, you know, all right, he's all right. But we'll see where this all goes now because, I mean, Joe just choked out Cage. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of on the back burner at this point. Now we'll get Hobbs and Wardlow and see what comes of that.
Right.
6.5 says Victor. By the way, folks, if you're new here and haven't been here before, we take a rating out of 10 on every show that we cover. If you have a rating for tonight's show, put it in the chat. You don't have to be fancy about it. Give us a number. Give us your opinion. Let us know what you think. I'm trying to see what JV said that got him stopped, but I'm clicking. 6.5 from Victor. Okay. Hobbs and Cage would fit better on. I got that one. 6.5 from Damian. 6 from Hagen. 6.85 from Larry. 3. Wait, didn't you say 6? Changed his mind.
All right.
Dale says 6 out of 10. I'm tired of ROH being on Dynamite. Ooh. Now, how many?
We just talked about it.
Right? It's a tough spot. 6.5. A lot of people 6.5 tonight.
I thought that was a pretty good show.
JV says, I've got 9. To be honest, the whole Jeff Jarrett thing made me feel like a wrestling slut who just got a hey. Yeah, okay. Why do you got to be like that, JV? It all started friendly and fluffy. Dream match: Hobbs and Cage versus Bobby and Brock.
The meatiest of meat matches right there. Hard pause.
The mega meat showdown. Shit.
Well, I remember when they were doing the face of is that the face of the Revolution ladder match at Revolution?
Yeah.
And it was like Keith Lee, Powerhouse Hobbs, Wardlow, like everybody. I thought they were just going to do a Hoss ladder match, and I thought that would have been so good. Just all absolute monsters in a freaking ladder match. I think eventually they need to do that. I think it'd be awesome.
An absolute destruction derby. Yeah, no, there was a lot of big boys in a ladder match, which isn't what we usually get, but hey.
Right.
6.5 out of 10. 4.5 from Hagen. Oh yeah, split the difference. Thank you, Larry. I'm kind of with Thomas here. I'm kind of feeling like a 7. I could even maybe go 7.5 for the couple pops I enjoyed. But I'm definitely a solid 7. And we got Double J and Colt. The Colt thing, to me, that's one of the moments of the week. And we're probably going to debate it a lot tomorrow. But Colt Cabana, wow, trolling Punk. So what do you got, Big Rig?
I'm trying to go through everything and think if there was anything that I actively hated. I'd give it like what did I give last week? 7.
I think so.
I think because the ending we were like, nah.
Yeah, no, the ending kind of fell flat, so we pulled it back a little. Absolutely.
We'll do a 7.5. This was a solid,
Yeah.
surprised me with Shibata and Jarrett. I think that's cool. I was excited through the whole thing. Matches were good.
Yeah. Threw in a
I will
squash.
never give Dynamite a 10 out of 10 again if they don't have at least 2 women's matches on the card.
That's a fair shout. I'm okay with that.
It could be the greatest show on earth, and I will give it a 9 out of 10 because I still think that is you have way too many really, really talented women in your locker room. And I'm not trying to make it like a, quality thing. Like,
absolutely.
I have a 6-year-old daughter that loves watching women's wrestling. Put it on the show. Please, you have an audience for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think part of the argument, the ratings, blah, blah, blah. Well, then build them something. Give them angles.
Yeah, give them a freaking storyline.
Yeah, solid, something compelling. Like poor Thunder Rosa's. Go ahead.
Oh, don't even get. You go ahead because I
was going to say, a lackluster title run. You kind of, and you got talented women where you could build that title up and really give it a vibe.
Build for it was so good.
Yeah.
For Thunder winning that title, that was her and Britt, Batman and Joker just going at it, and her winning in her hometown was the most cathartic thing ever. It was amazing. And then, we'll have her have a couple defenses here and there. She can cut a promo here and there. It just, and she's one of the best women's wrestlers on the planet. She was number 3 in PWI. And obviously I'm a pretty big Thunder Rosa mark because of, her history with my daughter and everything.
Absolutely.
But, you saw what they did with Tony once she won it. She was on Dynamite 11 weeks in a row?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny.
Why couldn't we do that? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. You have you got Athena, Serena Deeb, Britt Baker, you got Saraya now. Jamie Hayter, there's way too many talented women, and it not just put women's matches on the show, but like you said, give them a storyline, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was one of my biggest issues with WWE. They feature their women a little more, but it's still just we're baby faces, so we're friends,
right?
And we're gonna face you because you're bad,
right? We're going the mean girls versus the preppy girls every week.
I never understood why are Asuka and Alexa Bliss a tag team?
I don't know. And now they have the belts. It's really confusing.
You know what I mean? With Aew and Dakota, okay, they're a faction. Bailey's their leader. We're here to, dominate, whatever you want to call it. Which, who knows if they take the belts back on Saturday, why?
Yeah, and I think they're going to, which is the weirdest thing. Why?
Right. Why didn't they win them in the tournament?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then even with Bailey's booking leading up to the last little bit here, and not to trail too far off, but same thing for me is, you brought her back. You brought her back with this faction. They were going to take over the division, and it hasn't gone that way. And I'm like, how? All of a sudden, we're going to go the 180 by the time we get to Crown Jewel if she pulls it off and wins.
And that's the thing. I thought the match between her and Bianca at Extreme Rules was awesome.
Yep. Until
the end. Because Bianca made their entire faction look like the weakest people on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me that one person in a no disqualification match just beat 3 people at once.
Yeah.
Which, good for Bianca. Elevates her to freaking superstardom. But if I'm looking at it, she should never lose a match again. You know what I mean? It's almost...
Yeah, it becomes almost all for naught if you go, where now if Bailey goes over on Saturday, you're like, well, okay. Belair looked unbreakable. Nobody was going to touch her. And she just lost now. Why not just get to that likely conclusion where Bailey came back, she's taken over, she's got a faction, right to the belt, give her the belt. Now, if Belair wants to chase a little bit, fine, but at some point you got to move on.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's my biggest problem is just that, give me a reason that Asuka and Alexa Bliss are a tag team.
Yeah, I don't know how we got
because you two are baby faces, so you're a tag team. Like, give me they were having lunch one day and they were like, hey, we should I really want to shout at a championship. Just give me a freaking 10-second vignette of them being like, hey, let's be a tag team or something.
Right.
I don't know. And
yeah, you got a valid point. There's no real reason they've come together.
And I know wrestling storylines are very deeply rooted in, heels versus baby faces. It's tried and true. It's always been that way, whatever. But it's one of those things too, where, like Asuka and Alexa Bliss, both former women's champions. Why are we helping Belair out? Just because she's another babyface? Shouldn't you want her title?
Yeah.
Shouldn't every woman in that locker room want the title?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So and I know not everybody thinks like that, but that's the way my brain works.
No, absolutely. And I mean, why would you not? It goes to speak to the lack of depth. And I know, Triple H just said he's working on it, but you really have no legitimate, like if it was Belair and, some stand-up babyface tag team that was, really wanted to be in contention for those titles and they've developed that rivalry. Perfect. But like to you said, to your point, no rhyme or reason. It's just like, well, people cheer for you. People kind of cheer for you.
Yeah,
you're not really doing anything. Go. Yeah.
Yeah. And that, that's pretty much it. I could go on about this forever. I think they need to get rid of the women's tag titles, unify the women's world title, and make a mid-card belt.
I completely
agree. I know people have talked about that, but I think it works.
No, I completely agree.
They can't book a tag division for the women to save their life.
No, I mean, they really can't. And
the fact that NXT has women's tag team titles is even worse.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, at one point, even now we're down to there's not much coming out of that tag team division for NXT, and even Nikita and Zoe are thrown together, right? So sheesh. Not looking good. But I agree. Give them a mid-card title. I'm all for it. But on both shows, there's a lot of talented women. Highlight them. Give them purpose. Give them direction. Give them the same thing you're giving the male competitors. Or trying to anyway.
Absolutely.
At least. So, yeah.
And I mean, there's times where you see them, okay, we're going in the right direction, and then they take a half step back. And it's just like, just keep going forward, man.
Push the envelope.
Anyway,
put them on Rampage. I don't like to see ROH on Dynamite. So, I mean, I wonder how we talked about this already, but I'm curious how many AEW fans are starting to feel that way. Like, it shouldn't be too many.
And I mean, I almost feel like Rampage, when they get the new TV deal, may end up becoming ROH TV. And it may not be on Friday anymore. It may get moved to Thursday or Tuesday and compete with NXT. I don't know. You know what I mean?
A lot of people said Saturday evenings, but you can't do that anymore. It's pay-per-view territory.
Right. Because I mean, you're not going to put it on Monday, and you're not going to put it head-to-head against SmackDown on Friday until you have an audience for it. You know what I mean? I mean, them going on at 10 on Friday makes sense because everybody just got done watching SmackDown. Okay, let's go to Rampage. But at the same time, if you put a 2-hour show on at 10 o'clock, I'm probably not making it through the whole show. You know, so
especially on a Friday,
the 1 hour at 10 o'clock makes sense. No big deal. But even then, everybody, 99% of people now have DVR, and you don't really need to watch it live. You can DVR it, watch it on Saturday morning.
Absolutely. Victor, 6.5, 1 whole point deducted for not having 7-star, FTR in a match. We appreciate that. But no, I'm even thinking about
that was my half a point too, Victor.
What's that?
That was my half a point too. We only got to see them come out video match.
That's too bad.
We'll FTR's my guys.
Absolutely.
Are you guys gonna be doing PW Revolver watch along on the 12th?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will be there live. Cannot wait for that.
We'll be definitely looking out for you.
They actually just announced 2 more. Mox is going to be there doing a signing.
Okay.
And Arn freaking Anderson is going to be there.
Nice.
I am so pumped.
Whatever. It's worth the bucks.
Right.
Yes. That's a good one. That's a good one to lay in.
How did Colt troll Punk?
Oh, I don't think Colt trolled Punk. Well, I mean, he kind of did, but he had no choice. No, I think the company and Jericho and Tony trolled Punk publicly. And anybody who's paying attention to this story at all, yeah, he just got trolled hard. Oh,
when was the last time Colt was on AEW television?
It has to be 2 years. I maybe one match with like a half a tag team match with the Dark Order. I don't fucking know, man. It's been a minute. But this was a troll job. This is like, I don't know. Now there's talk about Punk possibly pursuing a lawsuit. I don't know what's going to happen. This is a clusterfuck to begin with. But I'm telling you right now, if this investigation was horseshit, if some of the things that are being reported is horseshit, and Punk goes after them and it comes out, I mean, there's a lot of going to be accountable to what could go the other way. I'm shocked that this happened tonight, but it kind of made me chuckle. What do you got?
I mean, the last time he was on AEW programming was Dark Elevation on March 8th. And I'm pretty sure, like, the last time I remember seeing him on a Dynamite was when Bryan Danielson, like, kicked his tooth out.
Well, that's right.
Remember when he was going through all the Dark Order members?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the last time Colt was on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Just get one of our man, I'm wearing my own t-shirt to the show. What are you talking about? Shoot. I love you guys, but come on now.
We have to have a t-shirt swap.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
We're just winding down before we get to the door, folks, but thank you for hanging on. The numbers actually spiked pretty nice after the show.
Yeah, right on.
I want 2 women's matches on Dynamite. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Why not?
And that's the thing. They've put them in like the first hour. Like, I mean, the Tuesday Dynamite, Tony Storm and Sheeta was on in second match.
True.
And it was awesome.
Yes.
When they were in Columbus, they had that tag team match with Tony and Rosa against Baker and Hayter. And that was awesome. Like, you can do this stuff, man.
Yeah, no, let them go. And then they're talented. If you let them wrestle, I mean, people are going to want to see it. But when it's sporadic and inconsistent, then nobody buys in because it's just a one-off. It's a filler.
Right? Like, I mean, you got Athena on Dark. Like, she's one of the best workers in the world, man.
Would you unify the 2 women's titles in AEW?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. In a heartbeat. The only reason the TBS title exists is because Jade couldn't beat Britt.
Yeah, at the time.
They couldn't have they had no way to be like, oh, what's the reason she's not going after Britt? Oh, there's a TBS title. She's gonna win this tournament. Which I'm glad that they like gave it a reason and not just like, she's not gonna do it. But I think I would say in the next year, Jade stays undefeated and unifies those titles.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think we do it. I think she's gonna have that. I still don't see anybody beating her. Ace Steel, the pseudo is kind of my hero in all this. It's made me laugh, but we didn't even know he was with the company. Now he's being fired, and I don't know. Like, we're gonna talk about it a lot tomorrow on our Let's Rumble podcast, but it's such a messy situation. Nobody's innocent, but I don't know if this is playing out in the best interest of AEW. Long term, we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, it really all just depends what Punk. I mean, we still don't know all the details. Like, what is there any legal action coming out of it? If Punk sues, does he have a leg to stand on?
We don't know, right?
I don't know.
Like, there's so many mixed reports, right, at this point.
Because I mean, Punk could sue and be in the wrong, but if he, he's got a lot of money, like, I'm sure he could do it just to garner, make headlines. And
I don't think I know unless he feels like I think what might push a guy like Punk to sue is if he feels like there's any discrepancy in the story. So if it was a case of like the door got booted open, it was a bit of a shock and awe, and yeah, maybe he did. I think it's funny because I think it's a very younger generational thing of I can say whatever I want, or I can yell at somebody in any way I want, and
not get punched in the mouth,
and not get punched in the face. That's like I see a lot of the young fans. Big shout out to our boy Will that used to be on here in and out, and we'll see him again. But Will's just like, oh, he threw the first punch. So what? Like if you walked in a room with all those people in a threatening fashion, you should expect to get punched. But I think the younger generation's like, no, I get to say whatever I want, and you can't hit me, neener. Fuck that shit.
And and that's what's funny too, is like he's not younger generation. He's the one calling all these, all these dumb, empty-headed kids I work with and this, that, and the other. I'm like, you're the one that's crying like a baby on, a national media scrum. Like, I don't know. I think that there was fault on both sides. I'm not saying he was the villain completely in the whole thing, obviously. And like I said, I'm sure there's stuff that happened backstage that just kept building and building and building.
Mm-hmm. You know what it's like when that environment's like that. Like, I mean, the guy takes the last cupcake at catering, and somebody, you notice, right? And it's like, oh, he did that on fucking purpose, or somebody, farts the wrong direction, and oh, and you know what? You just get caught in it, right? So I don't think anyone's innocent. I'm just really. I would love to have some like fucking footage or like a real unbiased account of what happened, right? Like,
yeah, I don't know if we'll ever get it, honestly. No. I mean, maybe like 20 years from now when somebody talks on a podcast or something. But
Brandon Cutler breaks the news,
right? Yeah, breaking it down with Brandon.
Right. There we go.
But it's one of those things where I think they're doing the right thing. That, I mean, even if there were other people at fault, you don't go out there and do that at a media scrum. Then when you can be pissy and tired and this, that, and the other, but and from what it sounds like, he was a cancer to that locker room, and if that's how you're going to be, then go on.
JB, we're not going to touch on that. We're going to end this on a happy note. I hope that isn't the case, but thank you for that little bit of thank you.
I didn't even see
it. Yeah, Victor yanked her down. Good job, Victor. But that being said, folks, I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Hump Day's in the books. Friday Junior tomorrow. We're back again Thursday and Friday. Like, subscribe, join. Follow us everywhere. Social media, go find us. I believe we got Facebook in the works, or at least I'm about to ask somebody to get Facebook in the works. A lot more coming your way. We solely built this channel kind of through this means, and all the other stuff is kind of building now around it. It's kind of fun.
Right.
But one last time, Big Rig, if you want to just remind everyone where to go check you out.
Absolutely. Once again, I am Big Rig, Eric Big Rig Maffey from the Dad World Order podcast. Please go check us out on all our socials. Really, if you just search for the Dad World Order podcast, all the handles are different because that's just the way social media is. You can't get them all. But some iteration of DWO podcast on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're everywhere. We got interviews dropping on YouTube. We stream every Thursday and Sunday at 9 p.m. and we'll talk about the shows, any big news from the week, any other dad shenanigans we get up to. It's a lot of fun. I am the resident, I guess you'd call me the sassy dad over there. I seem to have the most, gripey opinions or whatever you want to call it. But we have a lot of fun over there. So if you ever want to come check us out, please do. Drop us a subscribe on YouTube. That seems to be, honestly, our hardest one to build right now. Everybody wants to watch them, but nobody wants to click the button. But if you would, we'd really appreciate it. We just had an interview with veteran Jack Vaughn. He is an indie wrestler. If you look him up on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff, he makes really, really funny videos that a lot of people take to heart. And it's really funny when they take it to heart because he makes fun of like super indie wrestlers because that's his character. He's the veteran Jack Vaughn, and he makes fun of the thigh slappers of the world.
Absolutely.
And, the interview we did with him was just shoot in person, and he gave us a lot of really good insights, so please check that out. It was a lot of fun. And we got a lot more coming down the pipe, so excellent,
man. We're looking forward to it, and it's always
absolutely
a blast collaborating and working together and in the stream. So I know more of that's coming your way, and you never know where anyone's going to pop up. So stay tuned, folks. Go give some love to the DWO podcast and give us some love as well. Come back anytime. Don't forget, the week is packed, the month is packed, the year's been packed, more wrestling than you can handle, grinding on another level, and we will be back tomorrow and every other day that we can possibly fit into this schedule. And until then, we will see everybody on the flip side. Have a good night, folks.